but proud lad,
ladies and
and he'd want to go out playing well.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game. I don't think it's, you know, the situation not particularly relevant. They're both proud players and both winners, so I expect a bit of a good game here.
Well, it's one of those occasions where you can just sit back and admire the quality. Okay, there might not be a huge amount on it, but
the pressure's off on both players, so they should be able to play with quite a bit of freedom.
well, Waite's average is tournament average at pushing on towards 98. Lewis averaging nearly 93, so they're not exactly playing shambolic darts between them.
No, Lewis has been a little bit off colour. You know, it always happens that way. He had a great tournament, and it's always hard to motivate. Nothing wrong with those, though.
Well, whatever his preparations have been down there in the players' room, he's brought it up onto the stage.
Yeah. I have to say,
Hello. Well, we said it, and they're producing.
Warm welcome to our second world champion. Spotting for us, Keith Deller.
He's got the treble 20 he wanted. Double eight.
Double eight.
Oh, what a start to the match.
12 dart leg.
Game on.
And Lewis was snarling in the slipstream and looking to post his own start to the match now. Scott Waite's played so well, didn't he, getting to the final last year? Beat Gary Anderson, Simon Whitlock, Terry Jenkins on the way there. And look at this, you wouldn't bet against him going a bit further, would you?
No, he likes this place. Oh, we've just seen back-to-back 180s in the previous leg.
140.
Crowd's loving this one, and no surprise.
It's like an exhibition match, this.
$100.
Looked bitterly disappointed to only get the 100 there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were surprised at the beginning of this year that Scott Waite
36.
didn't join the PDC.
Yeah, there was the buzz about that.
Well, he was in a financial position after winning that 50,000 in the Grand Slam last year, reaching the final.
60.
I understand his wife's been unwell for the vast majority of this year, and I should imagine that had a massive effect on his decision.
125.
She's been suffering from ME, hasn't she, which is a debilitating sort of condition, and you wish her well in recovering from that. But it maybe if Scott picks up another big check here, bullseye. Oh, look at that!
Second 12 dart leg.
He's on his way to a sensational performance here, and Adrian Lewis can only nod his head and smile in appreciation of a man at the top of his game.
What an incredible start.
What I was about to say is if he picks up another big check, maybe he'll have a rethink.
Yeah, I would have thought so, and with darts like this, he might be picking up a check for 100 grand.
Those averages, averaging 125, early stages of course, but that is 96. Not shabby.
Lewis not doing a lot wrong.
I don't doubt that somewhere downstairs in the practice area, Phil Taylor will be warming up for his 41. Match later on, that make or break showdown with Wes Newton. He's the world record average man, and he'll be watching Scott Waite, I'm sure, and thinking that is good darts. Back-to-back 12 darters, terrific.
Yeah, that is super darts.
$140.
Terrific stuff. It's just a pleasure to watch this at the moment.
Yeah, I had a feeling they were both going to come out and let the punches go.
Adrian Lewis didn't give me a kiss as he came out of the practice area, but he sort of gave me a warm handshake. And
you must have been the only one then.
58.
As much as to say, you know, give me a good press, and I'm about to try and do my best and show people that I can play.
Oh, we all know he can play all right. That's a great shot.
126. Scott, you require 137.
Phenomenal last start. Treble 19 for double 10. Oh, he's got it. He might do it again. Oh, what a checkout! This has to be seen to be believed, Chris.
127161137.
Game on.
Adrian Lewis just shakes his head almost in disbelief. The Scott Waits fans are chanting "easy, easy," and he's averaging nearly 116.
140.
Well, the pair of the match averages now is 113.58 Lewis, 117.23 Waits.
99.
Certain times in sports when you see the people at the top of their game just get into the zone and all you can do is just sit back in wonderment at
86.
the sheer brilliance of it.
That's exactly how I felt watching Manny Pacquiao at the
100.
weekend.
Adrian Lewis having to adjust that first attempt at the treble 20,
65.
blocking the bed and not getting the heavy score that it wanted, and now Waits may be able to whack him once again with a big score.
100.
Well, Lewis now needs at least one treble, really. Can't find it.
100.
Super last start.
So we go to the break at the
45.
end of this leg.
Adrian, you require 110.
And Adrian Lewis with 110 opportunity to check out. He can announce his arrival in the match, albeit a wee bit belatedly.
85. Scott, you
Now
require
watch this.
157.
Exhibition stuff this, Chris. Talk us in.
Treble 20. Can't do another one, surely. Treble 19.
Missed
99.
by a whisker, that
Adrian
treble
Lewis,
19.
25.
And the crowd realised that that spectacular checkout was on again. Double 4 now.
21.
So he has
Scott, you
a
require
slightly more
58.
prosaic 58 checkout, maybe coming up here.
18 for tops. To go in, 4-0 at the break.
80.
He is human, John.
And Adrian Lewis takes the leg before the break. But what a start to that game. That was great to watch. And Adrian Lewis congratulates Scott Waits on 3 legs of absolute brilliance. And he leads 3-1 at the break.